Presenting not Lily, nor Kid, nor Marlowe. We're going to ask a question of the Shakespeare's First Folio, and the question is, could Christopher Marlowe have written the plays? Let's see what Ben Jonson has to say about the matter. We're going to take a look at the poem that he wrote for the front matter of the First Folio. And we're only going to use a couple of gematria sums in this one. We'll start off with the title. And we find that there are 17 words in the title. In the bottom left-hand corner, I'm going to keep tally of how many times we can get 17 out of the clues in this poem. If you add up the gematria values of all the uppercase letters in the second line, which is the author, in which the H and the E are in lowercase letters, we find that they come to 98. And 9 plus 8 equals 17. Clearly, Jonson wanted us to associate the number 17 with the author, William Shakespeare. But note, he is the author named Shakespeare. In our second gematria sum puzzle, we add up the values of all the uppercase letters that are underlined in blue and subtract from them the uppercase letter values that are underlined in red. 155 minus 70 equals 85. 85 is 17 times 5. Next, we'll look at the first couplet. It has 17 words, giving us a tally of 4. There are also 17 characters and spaces from the decorative T to the uppercase S in Shakespeare. Jonson began his poem on the 17th line. And there are 17 words from the beginning of that line to the name Shakespeare. Shakespeare is also the first and the 17th poet in the list of poets. And on page 2, we see that there are 17 lines from the top of the page to the line that has gentle Shakespeare. Now we'll look at the text between the two Shakespeares on page 2. There are 17 uppercase letters between the names. However, because the A in "and" is optional because it's in brackets, we can remove it and therefore say that Shakespeare is the 17th word after gentle Shakespeare. It is also on couplet 34. And the uppercase S is the 34th Roman uppercase letter. So here we have Jonson telling us to equate or to count characters, words, lines, couplets, and uppercase letters in order to find out the true identity or clues to the identity of William Shakespeare. Here is Jonson's core evidence. It's in couplet 14. It also has 17 words because it deals with the poet's actual identity. For if I thought my judgment were of years, I should commit thee surely with thy peers. He's talking about whether or not his judgment is mature enough to commit the real poet with his peers. And it's followed by couplet 15. But does this couplet have 17 words? It has 16 words because outshine is connected, out and shine rather, are connected by a hyphen, making it into a single word. This is evidence that neither Lilly, Kidd, or Marlowe wrote these plays. And Jonson says, "Thou didst outshine," addressing the poet. Who did he outshine? Lilly, Kidd, and Marlowe. Yet how was Kidd sporting? Sporting implies jesting, as it says in the Concise Oxford English Dictionary of Current English, which is actually Old English from our perspective. It's defined as amusement, diversion, fun, jestingly. Could Kidd have been deceiving us all along? Because Kidd in slang means hoax. We turn back to page 2. The Star of Poets couplet has 17 words. There are 17 spaces and letters from the uppercase S that begins the couplet to the uppercase S in star. So therefore we have a 17 tally of 16 different examples of the number 17. So who was the Star of Poets? Was it Shakespeare? Was it Marlowe? The answer is no in both cases. There was one poet who could be identified with the word star and the number 17. His heraldic arms bore a distinctive star in the upper left quadrant. And of course we are talking about Edward de Vere, the 17th Earl of Oxford. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.